What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome me back. I just wanted to come on and really just give an update and talk about where things are at, how things have been going, and really just a temperature check on the followers. I feel like if I come back in and produce a video, people will unsubscribe, people will subscribe, they'll know that this is still the channel for them. I have been going through so much over the last several years, obviously. Huge call to ministry. Changed the channel from Clean Cuts, the one, to Barber. Barber has been the brand for 3 or 4 years now. And a lot of it has just been a progression of growth. I wasted a lot of my life early on. And then when I became a barber, it was a beautiful thing. I had so much grace and favor. And then once I experienced a level of success as a barber, which was in the beginning when barbering was really taking off, right? Social media and stuff like that. I was right before the pop, which was a really great time to get in. I feel like that was God's grace. And then so there was a lot of traveling, a lot of networking, a lot of shows, a lot of serving, a lot, right? Just sharing with you everything that happened as it happened. And then, one of my greatest passions was being a family man and being a dad. And so as barbering began to produce something that I never thought was available for my life, I tend to focus on those things. And as you grow and as you mature, you guys met me. If you've been following since the beginning, I was 25 years old when I started doing this, and I'm now 40 years old. So I have learned a lot. I'm so thankful that my kids have graduated. They're good kids. They are, I've been focused on my family, and it's been wonderful. And one of the biggest turning points in my career was when we moved to Florida. I had to start again with 0 clients, 0 resources, but just my family and God. And thankfully, that's all I needed, with God being the first thing. And we restarted everything from the ground up. I worked at Hollywood Cuts Barbershop for 3.5 years. And recently, I decided to open Barber Studio, where I could be 100% in control, be 100% ownership of everything: marketing, advertising, branding, atmosphere, ambience, conversations. And last week was my first week. Today I'm headed to meet with one of my primary fathering leaders, mentors. Mentorship is still incredibly important. I'm gonna have breakfast with him, and then after that I'm headed to the studio to clean and to prepare for what is shaping up to be a really nice week. I used to I used to teach barbers who are struggling and hungry that a suite is not the way to go. And so why would I be doing a suite now? Well, I still agree that a suite is not the way to go for a struggling, hungry barber. In my 3.5 years, I was able to build a clientele of friends and relational, right? Not just selling haircuts, but relating to clients and being able to really develop relationships with the people that I serve. Not all of them, but at some level, there's some kind of relationship. Even if the relationship is that I understand that you only want to come in my chair, sit down and relax, I'm going to produce that experience for you. And after 3.5 years of that type of consistency, I was able to take a majority of my clientele with me. I should say a majority. I don't know who I'm missing yet. I think everybody came. That's with the $5 price increase. Fortunately, the studio is very close to the shop that I used to own at. I would not have opened a barber shop that close to the barber shop that I worked at because, it was in the contract that you couldn't. But also, I don't have a desire, after being a shop owner for 6 years, to manage the personalities and to have that level of responsibility, because I'm still very much called into ministry. I believe that in this season, my primary ministry way to minister to people is to love them well inside my chair, not to evangelize them, which I would if the Lord prompted me to. It's not to proselytize them. Sometimes it's just to love them well right where they're at. And so Really a big focus on that, making sure that my heart is right with the Lord, that my table of communion with him is set every day, that, you know, my church doesn't exist on Sunday. My church exists 7 days a week, all the time. Every part of my life is worship unto the Lord. And now I'm building a brand with his leadership. And I've been very surprised at how he has been leading me. Inside of my shop is Believer Barber Studio, but there's not a lot of Christian components to it, if you will. It's not completely Christianized. It's actually a place that anyone can come and feel comfortable, because I believe that the Spirit of God will meet them in the shop. But since I've opened my studio, I have experienced levels of favor and grace that I'm actually used to, that I have experienced before. I experienced this kind of grace when I got clean. I experienced this kind of grace when I went to barber school. I experienced this kind of grace when I went into the barber shop, when I opened my own barber shop, when I came to Jacksonville. That kind of grace was on my life, and it was it's the nature of God. Like when we surrender our lives to him and then allow him to lead us, he will take us in the direction that he wants us to go. And so I opened my barber studio by faith, at great risk, at the leading of the Lord, after being, you know, very prayerfully considering it. And I had the best week that I've had of 2026, and I had at least the top 3 weeks that I had in my barber career. And I say that because when I joined 6FB, Six Figure Barber Mentorship, that strategy changed my life. That strategy taught me practically how to do the things, and all I'm doing is taking that strategy and translating it into a suite setting. We always recommend that new barbers go into a barbershop setting so that they don't miss out on walk-ins. So that would still remain the recommendation, that a newer barber, a struggling barber, a barber trying to build clientele would go into a shop that has walk-ins, and that you would capture those walk-ins, that you would produce the best experience, that you become the barber, so that way whenever you do move, they will follow you. But after you're established, a suite is something that you could consider. Some of the pros about being in the suite after 1 week is that, again, the control and everything. But one thing that I'm really enjoying, but it's also challenging me, is that it's just me. And it doesn't challenge me because there's no one there. It challenges me because I didn't realize how every day in a barbershop setting, there are so many things competing for your attention. There's so many conversations. There's so many friends. There's so many. I love the shop that I was in, man. The conversations were elevated. They were great. But even in those moments, you can find yourself being distracted, but you don't realize you're being distracted. What's happening is your mind or your heart would produce a thought. It would produce an inspiration, but you don't give yourself over to it because there's something else that is presenting. So it could be a question or a conversation happening in the shop. What happened with the game? Well, of course I'm going to talk about what happened with the game, but my mind is trying to produce the discipline to take an extra action to be successful. And it takes an incredible amount of focus to be able to just stay locked in. And if you stay that locked in, you're going to set yourself apart, and people are going to feel like you're acting funny. So you do kind of need to, there's an appropriate measure of, you know, focus and lock in around people. Because if you set yourself apart, you're just kind of antisocial. But once you start to elevate and do better, sometimes you can bring people with you, but a lot of times they don't. And it's not personal. Everybody's situation is different. That's what I used to say in the shop about so many things. Everybody's situation is different. It's so true. But being in the studio, I get to see every thought that comes into me, every prayer, every longing of my heart, everything that manifests inside of me. I get to hear it. I get to think about it. I get to consider while I respond to it. And I'm finding that it's bringing me actually closer to the Lord, because I'm realizing the difference at a higher degree, the difference between my thoughts and his thoughts. Because a lot of times in my head, they sound the same. And so I'm getting opportunities to respond to his voice in new ways because I'm absent distractions. And so, you know, I just wanted to come on here and talk about what it's like being in a suite, where I've been. If you're looking on my, like for instance, I'm focused and intentional with content. I'm focused and intentional on getting the brand out there, primarily for the purposes of bringing clients into my chair. Ultimately, my why I do everything that I do is because I want to be a great husband to my wife. I want to live a life of prosperity and peace. And when I say prosperity, I mean that I want to prosper even as my soul prospers. I want to have peace in my heart. I want my soul to prosper. I want to grow. I want to mature. I want to have solid relationships with my wife and with my children. I want to be there for the right things at the right time. And so those are the things that are important to me. And so that's where my focus has been. And so in order to do that, I need to produce haircuts. I need to have hair to cut. Right now I'm cutting 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. I'm staying late. I'm working incredibly hard hours, and my family is in another season of sacrifice. We've been through these seasons of sacrifice on multiple occasions, beginning with when I went to school, beginning with when I got into the shop and had to build clientele, beginning with when I started the Tennessee Barber Expo. All of these things required my family to come around a conversation and say, yes, Daddy, we're willing to make the sacrifice with you. We're willing to give you up for a season so that way we can have more of you for a new season. So I've been locking in, trying to capitalize, trying to make sure that Jacksonville knows who Believer Barber Jacksonville is, to make sure they know who I am, to make sure that I produce the best services for them, for my clients. And I'm not going after every haircut in Jacksonville. I'm being very selective with the clients that I want to take. Now, I will cut everybody's hair once, but I'm not the barber for everybody. I'm experience focused. I am looking for a certain demographic of clientele, and it's a demographic that values time. It values a schedule. It values a calendar. On my business card, it says I'm on time every time, and I'm having to learn that I have to put some systems in place in order for me to be on time, because that means other people have to be on time. And so if people are consistently not on time, or they don't value time, I'm probably not the barber for them. They'd be better to go with a barber who runs behind themselves. They'd be better to go with a barber who works in a barber shop so they can just kind of come and go, sit in the shop as they need to. But I'm looking to build a calendar out of clients who are consistently on time, who value their appearance, potentially client-facing professionals. In other words, in order for them to make money, they need to look good. They need to present well. Those are the people I'm after. So a lot of my focus is on that. And I just wanted to come in, tap in with you guys, because again, I have been producing a lot of new content on different platforms. And this is a part of that process. So I will also say that I'm 40 now. I'm not the same person that I was when I first did it. So I've got some more wisdom, I've got some more experience, but I also have some new values. I value things differently than I have in other seasons. There are things about being an entrepreneur and being a go-getter that I value, but there are also things about that process that I'm not willing to negotiate, which is integrity, faith. I don't look at every good opportunity as a God opportunity. I don't say yes to every invitation. I say yes to things that I feel that are assignments from the Lord. And I don't always get it right, but this is where I'm at. So this video is actually me just being obedient to my own process, exercising discipline, and want to keep you guys posted. So let me know in the comments if you're still following, how long you've been following, if you've been looking at the Instagram, if you've seen Believer Barber Studio, what your thoughts are. And also talk to me. Tell me what's on your mind. What are your struggles? What are the things that you're having victory in? How far have you come since you first started following the channel? Because I just wanted to check in with you guys and let you guys know where I'm at. So love you guys. Hope all is well. It's almost 15 minutes. Peace.